Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Tomb Tuesday. It is December 13th, 2022. Obviously, it is a Tuesday. Let's get started. One candle can change the mood of an entire market. Isn't that the truth? This is crypto, and lots of emotions fly when you see one big candle either up or down. In today's situation, the candle was up. Earlier today, we saw Bitcoin rise to 18,000 according to Binance. In fact, we saw nearly 10% moves on many tokens throughout the market, including FTM, LIF, Tomb, T-Share, and L-Share, just to name a few. Between the Binance FUD, SPF getting arrested last night in the Bahamas, the hearing that they had on Capitol Hill earlier this morning about the collapse of FTX, all of that stuff going on. The CPI numbers came out this morning. They were better than expected, but still not great. However, the market moves, right? And so it's very easy to get wrapped up in all of that information. It's very easy to get wrapped up in the news and the highlights and the bullet points and the highlight reel of what's shaking the market these days. But all that being said, it was a very intense and volatile Tomb Tuesday. Started off low and we're ending with the highs. We continue to focus on building, and we continue to focus on providing opportunities to earn yield in these wild market conditions. All right, let's get rolling here. We're going to start it off with Quantum Miami. Again, January 25th to 27th, that's coming up this January. So a little over 6 weeks from now, in that ballpark, during the Miami Blockchain Week, right? So there's a week of activities going on there. This is the premier event held by Quantum Events, which is all part of the ecosystem, Tomb Life, Quantum ecosystem, all that. All right, so more speakers and sponsors were added recently, a whole bunch of them. So you can go on the website, you can see who's been added and the whole bit. And then from there, you can see that Charlie Shrem. So Charlie Shrem is an OG. He's been around for a very, very, very long time. He's one of the founding members of the Bitcoin Foundation. I think that was in 2012, 2013, somewhere in that ballpark, when that became an actual BTC foundation. He's also the founder of Crypto IQ. I mean, the guy's been around for a very long time. So it'll be great to have him on here. He's also the host of UntoldStories.com. So he will be on at Quantum Miami. Now, let's talk about the winners from last week. I'm not even going to try to pronounce these, but you can see the name right here, and Matt Wiggins is easy to pronounce. So you can see that name right there. These two are the winners from the FELIX VIP ticket giveaway. Now, round 3 right here is sponsored by Life.com. All right, so we will have another 2 VIP tickets, so another 2 winners that will be announced next week, and you can follow that link right here. It'll be in the video description. That'll take you to the tweet, and then from there just follow the instructions to make sure that you do everything correctly so that you are eligible to receive the winning ticket. All right, Tomb updates. V3 is coming. It's coming soon, but it's currently in another round of beta testing, and each day we improve upon the release. We are on the home stretch for sure, and the finish line is very close. Optimal deployment is geared toward the end of the year. So it's the 13th now, 31 days in the month. So you're looking at 2 weeks, 2 and change, under 3 ballpark, if that can happen before the end of the year. Tomb Chain Analytics, we did recently cross the 2 million threshold, and it seems like it was just last week, because it was. Boom, now we're at 3 million. So 2.933 to be technical, but just under 3 million, which again is just an awesome thing to see. It's great to see, from Genesis up to now, 3 million transactions. It's really great. Feedback is always appreciated. Reach out to any moderator on either Telegram or Discord. Discord for any features, improvements, things you want to see. Things you like, things you don't like, all of that stuff is welcome. All right, LIF Wallet. LIF Wallet has gone through a few different beta rounds. Each one comes back with a couple of things to change or fix or features to add or take away or all that stuff. And it's just a matter of getting all the polish in there, cleaning everything up, and getting it ready for, public release, public launch. All right, so as the betas wrap up and the UI UX receives its final coat of paint, the writing team can finish up with the documentation. So you think you have to have one thing finished before you could do the other. You could start some of the things, but if the writing team needs pictures and screenshot from the polished final version, well, then they have to wait for the polished final version. But they can write the how it works and the Q&A response. They can write those things in the meantime. So these are all the things that happen in the background. Meanwhile, beta testing continues. So, it's a part of just having all those teams get together, have all the different pieces of the puzzle finalized. And then from there, it'll likely have to go through the submission process through Apple and Android to get onto the actual stores themselves. All right. All right, then it goes on to say that the wallet will prove to be a huge part of the onboarding process for new users in the future. Now let's take a closer look at this graphic, and we can see a few things right off the bat. This makes me happy right here. This is dark mode, I believe, or no, we're just looking at life. We're just looking at life. Okay, all right, let's not get too excited. Over here you can see Phantom, Tomb Chain, Ethereum, BSC, Poly, Avalanche you can add, Arbitrum you can add. So cool stuff over here. You can see some charts over here as well. So that's very cool. So lots of cool things that are happening right there. All right, let's move on to vaults. Now, we haven't spoken about vaults in a little while. Vaults are a very complicated subject, but after months of hard work and a team that's driven beyond words, we are at a point where we can ship back to audit. So the way the audit process works, and we've talked about this before, is you do the original submission, they go over, they check everything, and they basically come back with a report and say, hey, you could do X, Y, and Z. And then the team has to get together. They have to figure out X, Y, and Z. They have to fix it. They have to test it. They have to polish it. And then they have to send it back. And this goes on. It could go on for days. It could go on for months. That is the world of developing. So that process has been going on for a while. The audit process can prove to be a very lengthy one as we go back and forth until everything is perfect. So there's no way to predict a concrete deadline during the process, but he goes on to say, I hope to launch vaults in the short term. So you're looking, 1 to 2 months, potentially even earlier. We shall see. L3USD lending. So while we're on the topic of audits, I'm pleased to announce the initial round of audits is about to begin for the lending side of our L3USD VCS. As mentioned above, the audit process can be a very lengthy process. I will keep you all updated as best as possible. To be clear, we are in phase 1 of the L3USD roadmap, which remember, phase 1 is to build the liquidity. Right? But we're getting prepared, or at least as much as we can in advance, for phase 2. So lending and borrowing enters initial audit round, and that is the precursor to phase 2, which is lending and borrowing. All right, FELIX updates. FELIX has been back at his writing desk, and this time he wrote a token spotlight, and that token spotlight was for the last token that was listed, and the last token that was listed just so happened to be LIF. So this article will be about LIF. It's going to be, what LIF is, what LIF does, what LIF, may be in the future, those types of things. Medium article link is right there. If you're on Discord or Telegram, just click the link. If not, it'll be in the video description down below. So that's what's coming, and that's what's happening on FELIX. All right, Fanny and T-Bone updates. This week we continue the Life in Crypto comic series with Ye Rolls Life. This one is number 17, Bear 3, Tuna, Wrecked. So you'll have to take a read for that to understand what that all means. Now, 8 good hours in crypto does not equate to a bull run, but it was nice to see earlier today. Stay patient. Your best interests are my top priority. Let's take a look at this comic. All right, very good. And now here we are at the end of Tomb Tuesday. The future is bright. As you can see, the checklist, everything that is green is out and happened. Everything that's in gray is in some form of stage, whether it's pre-alpha, alpha, beta, so on and so forth. So things are coming. More things are coming. That will wrap it up for this Tomb Tuesday. As always, we keep calm, tomb on, and enjoy life.